Hi, so we're going to have a look at timelines, interactive timelines made with H5P. And I've got an example here. It's in my WordPress website, but it could go in pretty much any website using H5P's embed system. So if I scroll down, now I actually started building this as a simple demo, but I liked it so much I actually just kept adding more and more content to it. And it's quite easy to go back and add new things to the timeline as they happen. Okay, so I'm going to go full screen on this using the full screen icon there. And you can see it looks really good. I can step through each of the pages, and each of those represents an event or a period in time. And you can see for most of them I've got a nice photo. There's also some diagrams. That's my degree certificate. It's a scan from a magazine, etc. So I can step through the events one by one like that, or I can grab hold using the mouse there of the timeline itself and scroll a bit more quickly through. Okay, what I'm looking for here is there we go, that one. So you can see here I've embedded a video into this particular event. I'll just play that there. Would you like to tell us your story, Catherine?
Yes, so I graduated in 2010 and went to...
So you see there we've got a video that's actually me and somebody else reflecting upon that project, which is quite a neat thing to do. So I'm going to scroll a little bit further forward and show you some of the other types of content that I've put in. Okay, or published. So I've got quite a few PDFs. Now in my case this is my research publications that I've embedded into events. Now actually somewhere in here I've got my entire PhD embedded. I'd probably... You can see here it's the timeline's quite busy. There is a contract expand timeline option. So if I expand, then where it gets a bit busy with events, I can see more of them at the same time. Okay, so there we go. Let's scroll all the way to the end. Something else to notice, let's zoom out again, is down here I've divided my timeline up into a series of eras. There you go. And you can see that they've got different colours. So I was teaching in secondary school there. You can see that's got a nice green colour. Then I was at Oxford University and it's blue. Okay, so eras. Something I haven't done is divided my timeline events up into themes, which would go horizontally across the timeline. So I could have a theme for research, a theme for teaching, a theme for personal life, etc. And that's another way of dividing the timeline up into different ways of presenting it. So all I'm going to do in this demonstration is create a new timeline in the H5P site and add a couple of events to it, and then categorize those events. So the events will be one with an image and one with a video. So I'm on H5P. I've already registered for accounts. I'm logged in. So I can click on My Account. And there's a Create New Content link. Give it a title, unimaginatively, and then select content type. And there's lots of content types to choose from, but we're after timeline, which is right at the end. Okay, so this is the overall title of your timeline, and I can give it some introductory text as well, and that will be displayed right at the start, so the very first thing that people see when they go to the timeline. There's quite a lot of other options there. So I can also provide a video or an image or anything else. a PDF that I want to display on that title page as well, but I'm not going to do that at the moment. I'm going to add an event. So okay, let's go for the now notice the date format there, which is not the standard British format. But if I go for 2011 March 27th, and this isn't a long period, this is a single day, so I'm going to enter in the same. So it's just a single day I'm talking about, and my son was born. Now I can add some text about that, and let's go to asset, which is where we go to specify what we want to appear in terms of video, sound, etc. with that entry on the timeline. And you can see all of the different sources that can be used. Okay, so now I want to add the image to this. You can see the different types of content, assets as they call it, that can be added to your entry. If I go over to my my blog, there I can see an image I want to add, and I just need to get the URL. So let's copy the image address and paste it into media. Now when you do that, you do need to think about where that image is stored and if it's going to be there permanently, or perhaps you want to store it on your own website and then refer to it from there. You can also specify a thumbnail image. Let's give it that. So I've got the same image there as a thumbnail, and that's going to appear on the timeline itself rather than the entry. Well, let's have a look and see what I've given it a caption. Let's go and see what that looks like. There we go. That's the title page that we created, and if we jump to the first event, you can see the caption, the image we uploaded, the title, the dates, and on the timeline itself there is the thumbnail. That looks great. So next I'm going to demonstrate how to create an entry on the timeline that has a video embedded in it from YouTube. So first thing to do is to go back into editing mode. Scroll up a little bit, there is an edit link. Okay, and we can see there's the event that I added later. You don't have to put the events in date order. You can add earlier dates later on, that's fine, which is in fact what I'm about to do. So I need to go and scroll down after the last entry, the last event there that I added, and there's an option to add item. Click on that, and again it's asking for a start date. In this case I can't quite remember the exact date for this event, but I'm going to just make a guess. Let's say it was about August, let's say the 1st. And again, this is just a single day event. It could be a longer span, but I'm not going to do that. And I saw my favorite video for the first time. There we go. Now I'm going to give it a tag this time, which will do that classification thing. So if I put that as culture, okay, it's going to create a stream in the timeline for all of the culture events. I need to provide the asset again. Now this time it's going to be from YouTube. So let's go over to YouTube. This time it's going to be from YouTube. So let's go over to YouTube. And there's the video on that page, and what I need to do is get the URL. So copy the URL, go back and paste the URL in. Okay, so go all the way down and save it, and we'll see what that looks like. So we should now have 2 events. There we go. So that event is coming earlier on the timeline. If I click on that, and we've got the video embedded, that's nice. You can also see that we've got the culture stream there. So all of the cultural events will be classified in that section. Let's go back and give the Alexander event there a classification, and we'll see the effect that has. There it is. So it's children. Only got 2 of them, so there's only going to be 2 events on that stream. But let's see. So there we've got children and culture, and the 2 things divided onto separate sections of the timeline. Okay. Okay, let's have a quick look again at editing. There's one more thing that you can create. As I said, demonstrated earlier, you can add eras. So there's the eras section. So you can divide up the whole timeline into a series of eras. You can see how it's very straightforward, specifying the dates for those eras and giving them a title. Okay, so there we go, and that's how easy it is. Finally, how do you get that from H5P into another web page? Usually you'll get an embed code, there we go, which is some HTML. I can copy that and go to my other web page, which might be a blog, WordPress, anything like that, and that needs to be pasted into the HTML of a page, and it will just appear as it does here, exactly the same.